Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to one of our final shows before WrestleMania. We're just 13 days away from the biggest event of the year, where we hope to get a superb rating. The Raw brand's been pretty good so far. I don't feel it has the quality of a SmackDown brand, but I do feel it has a lot more depth to it. SmackDown just basically has, obviously, all your main eventers, a really good tag scene, and that's it really. Raw has, I say, a lot of guys that are up and coming, and girls of course as well. So another 18 segment show, just under 3 hours, a couple of matches on the pre-show as well. As again, we just try and make WrestleMania as strong as possible. Of course, at the same time, build up a couple of stars who will be coming out of WrestleMania, who we can build up as we head right through 2020. So we'll kick on with it. As I say, it is another long show. Here we go. Sold out, I think, 13,068 in the Long Beach Arena, and we start off with a pre-show match that had some decent wrestling, not much heat, and it saw Liv Morgan defeat Aaliyah in 9:27 by pinfall. Pretty good C plus 69. Aaliyah has a gimmick that's getting stale. That's cool. We'll repackage her before she properly hits the main roster and starts getting some wins. Announcing and colour commentary gave the match a boost. Aaliyah with 55, Liv with a 69. Someone again will hope to push going forward after WrestleMania. Aaliyah improves technical skills, a couple of negatives, but overall, thumbs up from me. And in a match that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, it was the Destroyer, Sawyer South, defeating Mojo Rawley in 6:42 by pinfall. A C63 matchup here. Mojo's slightly better in performance, but he's kind of just putting people over. Destroyer South gained a performance skill increase, and this was our storytelling match of the evening. So we start the show with Triple H, and Triple H says in just 13 days time, WrestleMania is upon us, and we're going to have one of the biggest matches in women's history, pretty much a blockbuster matchup. We've got champion versus champion, the Raw Women's Champion, Dana Brooke, against the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. We're consistently giving women a chance here in the WWE, and tonight is no different. We're going to give two of our younger talents an opportunity to step up, and we'll see Charlotte team up with Rhea Ripley in a tag team matchup against Charlotte's WrestleMania opponent Dana Brooke, and coming over from SmackDown Live for this matchup to team with Dana will be Charlotte's former rival Kellyanne English. So we aren't just thinking of WrestleMania, but we're also thinking of the future, and the future is now. So B-76 here, got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd hotter. Storyline increases. I just really wanted to test out how big a rating we could be looking between Charlotte and Dana. So that matchup is tonight. So it's already booked in. We start off with some decent wrestling that didn't have much heat, and Dash Wilder picked up the win over Jason Jordan in 12:22 with a accuser kick. B-75, match got the crowd hotter, Jason Jordan off his game, Dash with the better performance and giving some momentum to the revival. Before WrestleMania, Jason Jordan also improving in some flying skills there. Jason Jordan's now in the back. He bumps into his tag team partner Dolph Ziggler. Both members of the other tag team were banned from ringside. He just says, "Dolph, I'm sorry, I've just lost." Ziggler just cuts it nice and slow, one little line. "Don't sweat it, kid. It's all part of the learning curve. Learn from this loss, and at WrestleMania, you will get your revenge." So B plus 83, the mentor to the rookie, giving out some good advice ahead. The big one, and Jason Jordan, surprisingly, improving acting skills as well. Next up was about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. It saw Matt Hardy defeat Hideo Itami in 7:21 with a twist of fate. C plus 70, this time Matt's off his game. Both guys with okay performances there, no skill improvements, both declining physical abilities, but we're building up Matt. Matt wins, but then a video hits the screen. It has the following words on the screen. It's got some very strange colouring. It's an all-round weird video that plays, but it's just basically broken but not defeated. Will rise again. Nero is coming. You will be obsolete. Willow. So Jeff Hardy promo video here. Just basically he's gonna reappear. We're not going to go down the Willow route, so if that's TNA, but I say it will be a kind of broken version of Jeff versus Broken Matt. Next up and about, they had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. that women's match took place here, and it saw the team of Dana Brooke and Kellyanne English defeat the talented Rhea Ripley and Charlotte in 15:09. When Dana Brooke defeated Rhea with the Samoan driver, she was the weak link, struggling to match everyone else's performances, but that was such the high calibre of women's athlete here. A B84, Charlotte win 84, Rhea with 64, a 78 for Kellyanne English, Dana Brooke win 91, and the negatives here was a lack of hot associated storyline. So imagine if we get that storyline hot between these two, could we see our first A women's match? But overall, B plus 84, delighted. Next up's a promo with Ruru. He says just over a week's time, Rusev will challenge for the European Championship. Adam Cole is a good man and a good champion. However, I am in fact European myself from the great country of Bulgaria. Nothing will make me more prouder than to represent my continent as its true champion. Tonight, Apollo Crews, you will be crushed. You will be the first man to fall victim, while the others suffer the same fate at WrestleMania. So B plus 88, it adds some heat to the storyline we've got for the European Championship. Big Ruru staking his claim. The matchup was decent, but Apollo Crews defeats Rusev in 11:29 with the UA combination. The B82, pretty similar in terms of ratings. Negatives just inconsistency and the short match length, but it's really interesting how this division is looking. Quick promo after the match after watching on a screen from Adam Cole. Listen, Rusev can say all he wants about representing Europe. The fact is, he sucks. He lost tonight. Sure, Apollo Crews won, but he's got me to worry about at WrestleMania. I don't even fear any of these men. So B plus 86, storyline continues. Adam Cole just being as confident as usual. Next up, in a decent matchup, we saw Braun Strowman defeat Kenny King and Red Dragon in a 3-on-1 handicap match. In 8:16, when Braun Strowman defeated Kenny King with a big splash, Strowman carried the match. B77, Strowman win 85, the rest with OK performances there. Few negatives, but overall, just basically to make Big Braun look like a beast or a monster. It's a quick promo from Braun, gets his point across. Last week I beat 2 men, tonight I've destroyed 3. Come to Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'll have destroyed the full damn roster. So A90, Braun's looking absolutely dominant going into this, and yeah, just absolute mayhem by the monster. Decent matchup saw Marty Scurll defeat Eddie Edwards in 10:19 with the graduation. E82, good ratings there, great chemistry, that's good to see. Inconsistency, so probably been better with a bit more time and a storyline behind it, but Marty picks up some more momentum in that match. Austin Aries isn't there, but he does give a little promo and just says, Marty, don't worry, I've got great news for you. I'm not here tonight, so you can feel as safe as possible, but I haven't forgotten what you've done to me. I likely never will. I know a desperate man when I see one, and you strike me as someone who is desperate to make an impact and have that WrestleMania moment. But to get a WrestleMania moment, you need to be good. I mean, you're average, you're okay, but you're just not great. Like me, the greatest man who ever lived, and you're reigning, defending United States champion, Austin Aries. At WrestleMania, careful what you wish for, kid. So B plus 84, Aries improvises well, storyline advances with the segment. As I say, obviously we know that Aries was assaulted by Scurll, and a lot of these heated confrontations are going to take place on the Go Home show next week. Next up, promo from Aleister Black. Pretty simple because short and sweet these words. Just says, Bray Wyatt, mind games will never have an effect on me. I've seen hell and overcome things much darker and evil than you. There will be no running, there will be no following of buzzards. I shall stand across from you in the ring, and I'll see the fear in your eyes that you're just a mere mortal, just a regular broken man, and after one roundhouse kick later, your mind shall fade to black. So A92, solid promo from Aleister Black there. I need to get better at my promos, admittedly, it has been a while, but as I say, in game the guys are doing well, great rating there, and we'll add some well needed heat to the storyline. Co-main event was about to have great wrestling and good heat. Bray Wyatt and Samoa Joe defeated Aleister Black and John Cena in 1829 when Bray Wyatt defeated Aleister Black by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. Cena was a weak link here. B+85, Cena was off his game. Cena was visibly tiring, which is worrying ahead of WrestleMania. Nicky did some good work at ringside, I've just put them back together. They're not suited to his gimmick. John Cena with a 73, Aleister went 82, 89 for Samoa Joe, and shockingly, Bray Wyatt with a 90. But the storyline advances, and negative, really just John Cena's declining physical ability as he heads to try and go for that 17th world title reign. Wyatt picks up the win, John Cena struggles up the ramp, he turns around and went out of nowhere. Daniel Bryan runs out for a strong running knee, taking Cena down. Daniel cuts a quick promo on him, just says, "John, I've worked too damn hard to lose this championship. I will not be the man who will be in the history books as the man John Cena beat to win his 17th world title. This has woken me up. I'm not Daniel Bryan anymore. I'm the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. I'm going to kick your head in at WrestleMania." So 89 there. Both Cena and Bryan were good there. We really do need to get this feud as much heat as possible, and that will be Daniel Bryan's heel turn. Of course, we need to change his gimmick because he can't be the fan zone as a heel. But 17 segments, and the turn's, of course, a complete success. Can our main event draw to get us a decent rating here? Let's see. Does the job in a superb matchup. Kevin Owens defeats Zack Sabre Jr. in 1953 by pinfall with a package piledriver following botched interference from Samoa Joe. 89. KO not suited his gimmick because he obviously turned face, so we'll need to change that. Zack Sabre Jr. is looking stale, so we'll need to change that. So both guys in the main event need a wee character change. Both an 86 performance. The storyline between Joe and Owens advances. Sabre Jr. improving rumble skills. A few negatives there for inconsistency. At the end of the show, KO picks up the win and grabs the mic. Joe, you best get out of my way to try and cost me wins and to try and mess with my head. You can give it your best shot to do that. Well, you succeeded in one of those things, messing with my head, because you've reawoken Kevin Owens. This is a focused Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is going to fight you at WrestleMania, and I'm not going to only just defeat you, but I'm going to make sure you never set foot in a WWE ring again. So A90, kind of the same kind of thing as Daniel Bryan, but except from a babyface perspective. But I was trying to make all these feuds personal as possible before ending them at WrestleMania. A90, I'm in the show. A B+88, so not the greatest going into Mania. We do want to be trying to knock out 100 over the park, but as I say, I do feel the Raw roster needs a bit freshened up. I do have a list on a notepad of 10 wrestlers going to each brand. So there is people from here got a SmackDown and vice versa, but we increase our pop in one region and the storylines all advance. So it's again up to us just to make sure next week's go home show knocks out the park, gets a lot of positive ratings from it, and yeah, as we hit into St. Paddy's Day, things are looking good. So let's have a quick look here. Kengo Nishimura boast. Let's see if there's anything here that directly affects us. Not overly raw. Feedback though was fantastic. And Mike Chioda can get his new 3-year contract. There you go. And we'll give Virgo a 75% pay rise. I've seen a few things people do this on the booking forums as well. Every so often they do like a drug test for the whole company. I think I'm going to try that the day after WrestleMania so we can catch out any that is taking stuff. Keep the company as fresh as possible. Paul Heyman's contract's expiring. I'm not going to lie, I don't really use Paul Heyman. Is there a chance we maybe let him go? Or is losing him going to be another company's game? But sorry. But as I said, I've barely used him. 14k a month if we do. In case I've got plans to build another heel faction or babyface faction, let's just get him on a contract. Akuma is okay, pretty over, 26, he's doing decent stuff. Never had the championship with us though. Match history, not really doing much in 205 Live. 3 matches so far, resulting in 2 wins and a loss. Last year, 11 wins, 15 losses. But as I say, most of these matches were on Lucha Underground. Again, had a few matches, but the early momentum they gained on SmackDown simply filtered out as time went on. 2018, so he's pretty much in the whole save, if it lets me see. 34 wins, 5 draws and 58 losses, so a massive person that's been affected by 50-50 booking over many companies. Will give him a 1-year deal. We'll keep Southern Impact together for just now. Mojo Rawley, unhappy, fuck yourself. 3828 is pretty good there, and John Cena likes Jason Jordan. If only the WWE Universe IRL would feel the same way, but I certainly enjoy his stuff, so yeah, it's just one of those things. But overall, company in a good position again. I'm going to be booking 205 Live, sticking up an international company, which is good to see. And as I say, SmackDown will be live at the weekend before, or whenever the next video date is due. I think it's the weekend. And then, as I say, we are on the road to our go-home shows, and then the big one itself, WrestleMania. Mania, I'm not going to type out angles and promo. I'm just going to do them on the spot. I feel sometimes, yeah, I somehow come out with better promos when I don't script it. So we'll have, let's say, one more Raw, we'll have 2 more SmackDowns, and then most importantly, that big WrestleMania. So cheers for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Any predictions for the full card, which is pretty much all announced by now. Any predictions for who you think will win each match? Let me know what you think. How your own save's getting on. How you feeling now that TEW is nearly 18 months old, which is quite frankly scary. It's been out for that long. We're almost halfway through the cycle before we actually folk saying, yeah, Adam, when's the next one out? But I say thanks for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Any likes, comments, subscriptions, always deeply appreciated. Check out the Good Brothers also at the Fantasy Booker subreddit and the Grey Dog software forums for more written content, YouTube content, mods, and graphic mods as well. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.